بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أهلا وسهلا بكم مرحبا. My name is Dr. Imran Hamza Alawiye, and I'm the author of the Gateway to Arabic series. Now, in this video, I want to go through the Arabic letters, Arabic alphabet with you using this flashcard series. This is the Gateway to Arabic alphabet flashcard, and it has in it 64 double-sided cards, and it's designed to support the book 1 of the Gateway to Arabic, as well as the book 1 of the Key to Arabic, together with part 1 of the Arabic from the beginning. You can buy this flashcard set from our website, gatewaytoarabic.com, www.gatewaytoarabic.com. Now, let's start going through the alphabet card by card. The first, of course, is Alif. Alif is very simple to pronounce. You have this Hamza as well. The Hamza has no sound of its own. When you use wherever you see Hamza, all you need to do is just go for the vowel that he's carrying. If it's carrying like this, Fatha, which is A sound, simply just say A. So there is no particular sound, just say A, simple A. So Alif, that's the name of the letter, and then you look at the vowel and you pronounce it. That is Alif. Now the next is Ba. Ba is also very simple to pronounce. Ba, simple B, Ba, Ba. And the shape, obviously you're writing from right to left. Later on I shall write on board for you how to formulate your letters. Now this is Ba. You see like a boat shape, and it has one dot below. That's a Ba. Now the Ba, when it's written in a join form, let me show you at the back of each letter you have the join form of the letter. In this case, this is Ba. So that's a Ba at the beginning. It's about to join in the middle, and now it's joined at the end, and the result is this. So that is how you join your letter Ba. Now the Alif that we did first, you can see Alif is one of the 6 letters that cannot be extended forward. Those letters are Alif, Dal, Dhal, Ra, Zayn, and Waw. So you can see that you cannot extend the Alif forward, but if a letter is coming from behind, that letter can join, can hook with it, but the Alif itself cannot be extended. Now the next letter, letter number 3, is Ta. Ta is the same shape as Ba, but with two dots above. That's the letter Ta. And there's another Ta which we call Ta marbuta, tied up Ta. This is Ta maftuha. Tied up Ta, particularly when you start learning grammar, is one of the important signs to say that this word is feminine in Arabic. So it's called Ta marbuta, but it still nevertheless is Ta. So Ta maftuha and Ta marbuta. Now when you join your letters, you join just like we did with the letter Ba, except that we have, of course, 2 dots above. That's a Ta at the beginning, Ta at the middle, Ta at the end, and it's a final join. And this is a Ta joined with Ta marbuta. Ta marbuta cannot be extended forward. You can see that's Ta, and that's Ta marbuta. Next is letter number 4, which is Tha. It again is the same shape as Ba and Ta, and now we have Tha. Tha has three letters, 3 dots above. That's letter Tha. Now pronunciation of this letter is very important. Don't call it a Sa, it's a the tongue trap, and then you expelling the air very gently. Tha, Tha, Tha. That's letter th. The joined form is very similar to the way we join ba and ta and now th. Beginning, the middle, the end, and that's the final join. Now let's move to another set of family of letters. The first, there are three there, and this is jim. So if you look at it, it's like a two upside down. So that's the shape. You start when you're writing the top first, and then that's capital C, and then you put your dot inside. That's a jim, letter jim. Now let's look at how it behaves in joint form. The joint form, at the beginning, when you are joining to another letter, you will see we have cut off the tail, which is below the line. It's now being cut off. That's jim at the beginning. When you are writing jim in the middle, you need to actually make a chair on which it's going to sit before you write it. You make this chair and then you write it on top of the chair. The same thing when you are writing jim at the end, you make a chair for that jim to sit on, then you write the jim on top of it, and then you have this sample for you. Now, another one in the same family is letter H. This letter is the same shape as jim, except there's no dot at all anywhere. And the sound of this is like a panting. It's a very hard H. You're expelling the air. When you say this repeatedly, you will see that dryness in your throat. That is like a Muhammad, Ahmad. That is letter Ha. Alhamdu. Alhamdu. That's letter Ha. And join the same way as we join letter Jim. Cut off the tails if you are joining them beginning, middle, at the end. You retain the shape at the end. Number 3 in that family is the same shape and is letter Ch. It has a dot. It's like a clearing your throat. Ch. This one is H, and this one is Ch. And Ch. So join the same way as Jim and Ha. So Ch beginning, Ch middle, and Ch the end. Right, so we've done that, and now we're going to move to letter Del. Now there are 2 in this family. Most of the one coming now, there will be only 2 within the family of the shape. That's Del. Very simple, and it's one of the naughty letters which cannot be extended forward. Da, simple D. Da, Del. Del. That's the name of the letter, and you can see you cannot extend the letter Dal, just as we explained before with Alif. So Alif, Dal, Dhal, Ra, Zain, and Waw. They cannot be extended forward. So we have Dal, Dal, but if a letter is coming from here, that letter will join to it, and this is Dal at the end. Now let's do Dhal. This is Dhal. Now the way you pronounce it is the same shape as Dal. You have 1 dot there. The way you pronounce it is you have your tongue trap and forward. That, and then you pronounce Dhal, like that one, that, Dhal, Dhalika, that one. That's letter Dhal. Don't say Zal, is Dhal, Dhal. Again, it's a naughty letters, cannot be extended forward like Alif and Dal. Now, Dhal. The Dhal, beginning, you cannot extend it. If letters come in here, which is not a naughty letter, can be joined to it, and at the end, Dhal. Now, we have now Ra. This one is simple to pronounce, like R, Ra. Ra is another naughty letter which cannot be extended forward. In the joining format, you cannot join it, and unless if a letter, a very good letter is coming from here, it can hook to it. So Ra, Ra, and Ra. Next is Zain. You can call it Z or Zain. That's the name of the letter, Zain. Zain, simple like a Z in the sound. So Zain. Zain is the same shape as Ra. They need to come below the line. And this is Za. It's a naughty letter as well. We've done Alif, Dal, Val, Ra, and then Zain. It's a naughty letter. It cannot be extended forward. Zain. Za, za, za. Don't confuse this one with Dhal. This one is the, Dhal. And this one is Z, Z, za, za, za. Okay, the next is, now very simple to pronounce, Sin. It's smiling. Sin, 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 sin. Then you hook that. And this is when you are joining it. Again, it's very easy to join. Just keep going. Sin, sin, sin. Extend. Always when you're joining a letter, which can be joined, after the formulation of the letter, you need to then have extension. Then join to another letter. You can see sin. This is an extension, readiness to join with another letter. In this case, it's sin as well. And then another extension to join the final sin. Sin. Very simple. Sin. Now, next, the shape is the same as sin, except we have 3 dots. So this one is sh, sh. This one is s, and this one is sh, s, sh, sin, sheen, sin, sheen. And just join the same way. Sheen, the beginning, extension, middle, extension, and the final. Now, here we have sword, right? We need to distinguish between sword and sin. This one is a smiling. Your mouth is spread, sin. But this one is like a whistling, sin, saw, sword. This one is sin, and this one is sword, sword, sin, sword. Now we have sword. When you are joining your sword, this little corner, that's the end of the letter itself. Then from that little corner, you extend it to join another one. You need that little corner there before you extend it. That's sword, the beginning, sword. Again, this sword is better to prepare a chair on which is going to, the middle one is going to sit. Then you write it on top of it. And this is final sword. Sin, sword, sword. And the next one, which is the shape, is the same shape as sword, sword. And this one is dod, dod, dod. Your tongue is hitting the tip of your tongue is hitting the roof of your mouth. Dod, and then you say it. Dod, dod. And you join the same way as sword. Beginning, you put a chair on which you can write the middle, and then another chair to write the final dod. Next is to. Now at the beginning we have ta, ta, but this one is thicker. It's a to, 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 ta. At the beginning of the alphabet, ta and to. Let me just show you the alphabet, the ta. So we know that one. You have here ta. This is ta, very light T. Ta, ta, ta. To. That's a thick to. Ta. If you put emphasis of this, you get this one. Ta, to, ta, to, to. So that's the difference between the ta and to. To is the same base as sword and dod, except there is no corner there. So you write the base first, extend it, write the second base, give it a chair as well, and then the last one, then you go back to do the line top down. Line, don't start with the line when you're writing to. Just do the base first, and then the line will come down to the, from top to down. That's your to. Next one is Tho, which is the same, in the same family as a to. The shape is the same. Now this is tho, tho, tho. Your tongue is rolling forward. Tho, tho, tho. Now let's compare that with, let me just find the thal shapes, so you can see the difference between the thal, which is this one. So this one is, tongue is flat, trap and forward. That, like a that, thal, thal. But this one, the tongue is rolling forward and it's not trap really. Firstly, tho, thal, tho. So we have tho there. Now let's see, they join exactly the same as the to. You're at the beginning, write the line up and to the down, and then middle one. Make sure that you don't start with this line. You finish the base and then you write your line coming from top down. Yeah. Now, next letter is, this is challenging letter for usually the English speaker people. So this is Ein. It seems like a strangulation. Ein, 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 ein. Practice it, you get there. Ein, ein, ein. This is how you join the ein. It's very important to note that when you write it like a C, extend it. When you're writing the ein in the middle, make sure the head is slightly flat. It's not round. It's flat head. You can close the eyes, or sometimes leave it open. It is okay. But ein needs to be slightly flat on the head, and then you continue. Do the same thing at the end. Slightly flat, and I'll show you when I write it on board for you. And that says That's a very challenging sound. Ein, ein, ein. Now, same shape as your ein, but you have one dot, and that is rain. You want to say ga, but you gargle it a little bit. Rain, rain. So you have ein and rain, rain. So that's it. You join it exactly the way you join the ein, rain, rain. Now the rest are relatively very, very simple to pronounce. So the next letter is letter, see the spiral letter, that's a f, like F, fa, 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 that's fa. And you join it, it's a spiral. Just write it round, extension, and then final form. Fa, fa. Next, you will see we have the fa here. It's slightly spread, but the ka, like a coffee, ka, is coming from your throat here. Ka, cough, cough, and it's joined similar to fa. So it's ka, and ka. Just writing in one go, like a spiral, hand movement. Cough. Now, calf. Let's compare and contrast between cough and calf. The ka, mouth is open and it's coming from the throat. Ka, cough. And this is simply calf, calf, not coming from your throat. This one is ka, cough, qalbun, qalbun mean heart, but kalbun as a dog, ka. So you have to really distinguish in your pronunciation of ka and calf. Ka, qalbun, kalbun. Qalbun, heart, kalbun, dog. So ka, and this is ka. Now, joining of your calf, you start with the base first, and then you go back to do this line. Don't start with this line. Yeah, so curve, extend, curve, final one. You will see that we're losing this symbol at the beginning and the middle. The symbol has been compensated by this line here. So that's curve at the beginning, that's how it looks, and this curve in the middle, this is already lost this. But only when it's final or standing alone that you retain this symbol. That's curve, curve. Next is lamb. Lamb, that's a simple really, L, lamb. When you're writing your lamb, you need to come below line and then up again and stop once you reach the line, back up. This is your lamb. It's a good letter, just join and continue, and then the last one, the true shape of the letter. Meme is the next one. Meme, meme, meme. Meme, when you stand alone, you need to write it starting from the head. You write clockwise, clockwise, and then this is your last movement. So clockwise and then last movement. Now this is your meme in a joint form. When you are joining meme, the beginning, now write it anti-clockwise. You go this way, not this way. You go anti-clockwise, extend, then go up and reverse, close it up, and then continue to write the rest. I will show you when I write on the board for you. Now, next is letter known. Known. Known, known, and the joint form. The joining is very similar to when you are writing your ba and ta and tha in a joint form. The same shape, beginning at the end, except you have a dot on top and dot on top there, and this is your final known. Right. This is letter ha. Ha. We need to compare that with the beginning when we were talking about ha. Let me just find the letter ha for you. So we need to compare and contrast with this one. This one, remember, I said this is a hard H. You're expelling the air. There's a panting. Ha, 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 ha. That's your ha. But this one is a soft H. Is breathe in and then relieve. That is soft H. That's a letter ha, and it's a soft H. And when you are joining it, it's quite challenging to join. Is you start like writing your dal, and then you close it up, extend it. It's like a you know when you are doing the knot in the middle. I will show you when I'm writing that. And this is your final ha. It looks like ta marbuta, but it's not, because it's not carrying two dots. If you put two dots there, it becomes ta marbuta, but it's not carrying two dots. That is final form of ha. Ha. When it's you have a letter which can be extended, but if a letter is coming behind the ha, it cannot be extended. You write it like this. Now, 2 to go. Wow. Wow. That's letter wow. And so when it's final of the naughty 6 letters, alif, dal, dhal, ra, za, and wow. They cannot be extended forward. And this is your wow. Wow, wow, wow. Last letter, ya. 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 It's the only one with 2 dots below. That's a ya. Again, look at the shape of when you are joining your ba, ta, tha, and known at the beginning and the middle, except you have 2 dots here. The same shape, if you have 1 dot there, that will be known. If you have 2 dots there, it will be ta. If you have 3 dots there, it will be tha. So we have 2 dots below is ya. So the same shape at the beginning and the middle as well. So ya, ya, and that's your final ya. That concludes all the alphabet, the letters in the Arabic. So what you need to do is use this flashcard to test yourself, and you don't know your letters until you can test yourself from this shape to say, what's this shape? And then you say, ah, that's ya. So if you are teaching your child or your classroom, they know their letters only when they can tell it in a joined form. That's when they know that. Now that's first part of the first part of the cards, this set. Now the second part is this. Then start again, start taking the alphabet again, this time with vowels. So you have all the vowels. You have E, U, A, and then tenwin, doubling, and in, on, and the sukun, and the long vowel E, A, U, O, and also the diphthong. When you have sukun on the ya, how you pronounce it, what's the sound it produces. Ya with sukun is an A sound. When you have wow with sukun on top of it, it gives you an ow sound. So sukun on the ya giving you A sound. Sukun on wow gives you ow sound. All that is explained on the second part of this flashcard. You can see it's all there, and I went through letter by letter as well. So the alif with all the vowels, and the ba with all the vowels as explained. You can see that in a, e, u, and in, on, and the sukun and long vowel, bi, bu, ba, bay, bow, and so on. So then I take ta, the same system. Ta, ti, tu, ti, ta, tu, tan, tin, tun, ti, ta, tu, tau, tay. So went through all the alphabet in that manner again. So it's very, very comprehensive indeed. So I urge you to buy these from the website gatewaytoarabic.com. You find it a very, very useful tools indeed to not only to learn the name of the letters, and also to see to use them with the vowels, with the a and e and u and an and in and un and e, u and a and I and ow, all of it. So at the end of it, it actually gives you a set of words as well. I'm sure you just find the end of this, and then we'll show you the you see. So after we went through that, then I start giving you word as well, such as this one. So if you have studied it very carefully, you see a, ka, and then la, and then join form a, ka, la. So first of all, separate letters a, ka, la, and then you have a, ka, la join. So to prove that you know your letters, you have to be able to read this one in join form a, ka, la. You don't know your letters, which you can just memorize it, alif, ba, ta, sa, jim, ha, in order. No, it has to be really randomly and with the vowel. So a, ka, la. Here, for instance, you have sha and ri and ba. Then in the joint, you can see these naughty letters cannot be extended forward. Hence, we are writing ba separately. Sha, ri, and then ba. Now we have fa, ta, ha. That's separate. Again, here you have fa, ta, ha. To test that you have learned your letters and vowel very thoroughly. This sa, ja, and da. And at the back, it will be joint format. Sa, ja, da. So, and so on. So it is a very, very comprehensive flashcard indeed. I hope you find it very useful. And for those of you who want to really learn how to read and write easily, I advise you to go on YouTube and check one of my videos, and that is called Arabic from the Beginning, Part 1. There are 18 lessons there, been watched by millions of people. So please go in there, buy this book again from the gatewaytoarabic.com and follow the lessons. It's very thoroughly explained, at the end of which you will, inshallah, God willing, you will be able to read and write your Arabic very fluently indeed. So good luck with that. Now, let me now demonstrate how to write these alphabets for you on the board. Right, let's go. Let's try it out. So as I said, alif, so simply, it's very easy thing to formulate, just a simple line. And your ba, you are writing from right to left, and that's ba. And ta. So we are writing that 2 dot, ta, 2 dot, and fa, 3 dots. So you can see it's the same shape, ba and ta and tha, the same shape. We distinguish between them using dots. 1 dot below this family, b, ba, and 2 dots above the same family, the same shape, it's ta, t, ta, ta, b, ba, and 3 dot is tha. Now, the other family of 3 is jim. You can see I'm starting from top and then writing the capital C. That's your jim with 1 dot there. The same shape. This is your ha. So that's your ha with no dot, and that's it. Ha, 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 ha. And last in the family is ha with 1 dot. So this one is ha, and this one is ha. Now the next in the alphabet we have alif, ba, ta, tha, jim, ha, and ha. Now next is dal. Dal is the shape simple, and dal you have 1 dot there and is dal. Now followed by ra, simple. Make sure that you write below the line. That's why I put the line there for you to look to see the position of the letter in relation to line in your exercise book. So ra, same shape and 1 dot, and that is zain or za, zain. Followed by sin. That's your sin. Look at the where at the sin and a little bit deep below the line and then back up again. And then we have shin. That's your with 3 dots. That's shin, the same shape as sin. Next is sword. Now look at where I write you sword. You start clockwise and you continue. Now this, after this little bit of corner, then you have your details, and then you do this. That's your sword. As I said before, look at the scene. The pronunciation is a spread like a smiling scene, whereas this one is sword, sword. Now dod is the same as sword in terms of shape, and that is your dot there to make it dod, sword, dod. To, this base is the same as this base, but it has no corner, and then you write your line down from top down. To, that's your to, and though the same shape. You do the base first. Don't start with this line. Do the base and then go back and slightly put your dot and then put your dot. That's your to and tho. Remember, we were comparing and contrasting between this the, vel. Flat, spread tone, the, vel. And this one is tho. Your tongue is slightly rolled forward. Tho. Right, and the to, compare this with ta. Ta is very flat and is nothing much. Ta, simple T, but this one is thicker. To, ta, to. And then to, tho, ein, small c, capital C, small c on the line, and the capital C and the dot. That's an ein and rein. Ein. Rein. Ein, rein. Now we're going to do, let's do letter fa. Fa here. So spread this a little bit. That's your fa. Now let's do the qaf. You see it's deeper a little bit. Qaf. And it's come from here. Through qaf. Let's compare that with calf. So you remember, this is you spread it and then you put small c with tails inside it, and that is calf. You have qaf and calf. Qa, ka, qa, ka. Now let's do lam. That's lam. Lam comes below the line and then back up again. That's lam. It's like a stick. And when you walk the stick upside down, that's a lam. Now let's do meme. Meme, standing alone meme, you are doing clockwise. So you go this way for your meme. So go, that's your meme. Clockwise and then root down. Meme, meme. Noon, that's a simple one. Noon. So make sure it's not the same height as the beginning of your noon. So that's slightly, imbalanced there. So you have that's your noon, and it's slightly below the line. Lam, meme, noon. Ha, the one I show you is ha this way, which is like a ta marbota with no dots. That but ha at the beginning, one you're familiar with, will be like this. It's like writing your dal, and then you continue your movement, and you write this way. That's your ha, ha, the soft H. Ha. La mim nun ha. Wow. It's simple. Just drop it like that. It's similar to the ra, but it has a head. Wow. It's similar exactly. If you remove this head, you will see the same shape as ra and za. Make sure you drop them and don't curve them back up so that they don't look like a dal or dal. So that's wow. And so la mim nun ha. Wow. Yeah is the last one. That's your yeah, and you put in your 2 dots below. So here we are. So we have alif, ba, ta, fa. Alif, ba, ta, fa. Jim, ha, kha. Alif, ba, ta, fa. Jim, ha, kha. Dal, val. Dal, val. Ra, zain. Or ra, za. Dal, val, ra, zain. Sin, shin. Sod, sod, dod. Sod, dod. To, tho. To, tho. Ein, ghain. Ein, ghain. Fa, fa. Ein, ghain, fa. Then we have qaf, qaf, kaf. Qaf, kaf. Lam, mim, noon, ha, wow, yeah. Here we are. So you have all your letters been pronounced for you. Hopefully you go and practice this for me. Practice makes perfect. Well done. Ahsantum. Goodbye. مع السلامة.